I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.
You motherfuckers, you. I'm so tired of grease fires, y'all. Son of a bitch, Deezy. What's up? Shekels, Skippy. What are we doing? We are doing It's Impossible to Ignore the Evidence. P. Diddy Facts. Okay, Joey did talk about himself being raped today by, excuse me, I have to clear my throat. I just had to run across the street to get myself stocked up for this event about his father pimping him in the bathroom of a restaurant. What was it called? And he watched. So we got that. Let's see here. Let me share here. Downrange, what's up? What a day it's been. What should we start with? What do we got? Oh, fuck. Not bleeding butthole. Let's not do that. What do we got? Shoney's. That's what it was. Shoney's. My bad. Sorry about that. Got too many songs to pick against now. Being that Joey again has been talking about being the brother of Jesus Christ. Let's go parasitic twin. We haven't done that in a minute. Joey, the brother of Jesus Christ. Twin brother. A parasitic twin.
Divine twist of fate, God seed took through the
sacred
state. Mary's womb, a holy place, conceived Jesus with a special face. But little did they know, a parasitic twin made its home to grow. Joey Sneed, a name so bold, attached to Jesus, a story untold. As Jesus grew, so did his guest, a parasitic bond, forever pressed. Joey Sneed, a mysterious claim, a life entwined in Jesus' frame. But little did they know, a parasite made its home to grow. Joey Sneed, a name so bold, attached to Jesus, story untold. A divine plan or freak design, the duo's bond, a wonder to align. Jesus
Shoney's or Waffle House?
A perfect pair, a tale of
I've never been to either one.
Beyond compare. But little did they know, a parasite made its home to grow. Joey Sneed, a name so bold, attached to Jesus, a story untold. Now their stories told in sacred lore, a testament to the unknown before. Jesus and Joey, a duo divine, a bond that changed the course of time.
All right. Who here in the chat has ever been in a fight at a Waffle House at 2:00 in the morning? I've not. I've never been at a Waffle House. I've never been to a Shoney's. Neither one. I have been at a Denny's at 2:00 in the morning. eating the, what do you call that? The fucking sunny fucking, what's that fucking sandwich you just get when you're drunk? Trying to catch up with y'all in the chat. You're flooding me. You flood me. I'm trying. Lord, child, please. Crusty Purpose here. Fuck you, Sticky. You're the fake Sticky. What do we got today? This is called It's Impossible. Oh, today? It is today. It's 12:06 Pacific Standard Time in California. So yes, it is today. It's impossible to ignore the evidence. P. Diddy facts. Let's get a current weather update from the backyard. It is currently 76 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity is a sweltering 92%. It's probably storming rain, so we're going to get into it. You got anything left in you, Sticky? You want to come up for a fucking 20, 30? You think you got it in you? It's in the psych ward, so let's just go.
And welcome to Batman Radio. All right, so I'm not going to be on here long, folks, but I just want to go over something.
Thank
Look,
fuck.
when it comes to Diddy and Jay-Z, we all know all the history. We all know what they've done. We all know what they do. We all know what these satanic people practice. There's no qualm, no joke, no nothing. When you got these people in these sectors, like I said, and they rooting for them, and you got to look at what you support, and then you got to wonder why people feel the way they do towards you. You all prove every statement I've ever made about you, your culture, your group, you as a people. You've proven every statement I ever said true. Because, like I said, you sell your soul for pennies and nothing, and you support everything that literally is wrong and disgusting. That's what you do. And you support Masons who don't have any money. Jay-Z and P. Diddy are both broke. They always have been. Like I told you, they continue to get their karma, right? And this system, because they sold their soul to the devil, continues to try to cover for them. Okay, that system of Freemasonry owns the courtroom. That's why Suge Knight was quoted saying that room that you're in, the secret room, because what he's referring to is the elite. Okay, the elites, the elite room. And the thing with the elite
thing about Denny's is they have the game on hash browns. There's undefeated hash browns, crisp, light, feathery, to the point.
Says it all is run by Satan. So basically the devil uses you and then he just expends you when he's tired of you and he has no use for you anymore because he's just using you. So this is what they all go through, and that system eats its own. So I mean, no matter what, Jay-Z is going to get his karma at some point. No matter what, P. Diddy is going to get his karma at some point. And they get their karma every day. They're miserable. They're empty. Nothing that he's done should be glorified. And that's what I'm saying. When you have people like Ralph Bottles was quoted saying that, you know, he basically supports it. With
hot dog chili sauce ain't, what's different, beans or without beans? If you're going to have hot dog, you know what? I'm fucking all of it. Beans and all of it.
What's his name? The other one, Rob Wack, was quoted saying that he supports it. I don't want to see any blah, blah, blah man in jail. Well, that makes no sense. So you don't work that way. You can't just say, see, this is the thing why you got people from their group arguing with them saying, look, you just see things as one group and that's how you identify instead of seeing things as the actual issue as a human being. And the dude put the dude in his place and he told him the truth. He said, I'm looking at things as a human being. You're complaining.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like a pork sandwich with slaw. When you get that, you get the crunch, you get the barbecue, the pulled pork, all that. You get it all going at the same time. Fuck yeah, Grandma. I haven't tried it with a goddamn chili dog, but fuck yeah, I'm doing it. We're going slaw dog. We're going raw dog.
And about all,
I'm going to do that shit.
All these millions of years in the past when y'all don't even have the facts straight of what happened. And my family was a part of that culture. Like we actually owned that. We actually did that and practiced that. And it was just part of a culture. And that was literally how you made your money. So, I mean, they tried to villainize us, right? These people don't even know their own history and they've been trying to rewrite it forever. And then you have the go and audacity that you support someone like P. Diddy when we all know that he's guilty.
No,
I mean, we don't have to lie in front. We all know that. It's just that the courtrooms are bought out. That's the only reason that he is getting away with anything he's doing. Like I said, they said he got away with the worst crimes known to man. It just goes to show that we have a corrupt country, a satanic system that pretends to run this country, and it's the devil's playground. But at the end of the day, God is still real. That's the part y'all don't get. And the devil has lied to all of you, and he's deceiveth the world, just like it says in scripture in the Bible. So again,
Which
it
one?
doesn't matter because P.
Which
Diddy and
scripture?
Jay-Z are, clearly not going to heaven and not going to make it into heaven. So, where do you think they're going? You can't do evil like this, especially at this degree and level. And the amount of evil that Diddy and Jay-Z have both done is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, it's
Those better be black beans and a combination of pinto beans and a combination of chili beans mixed together to create one can of beans on one chili dog. Slaw dog. Fucking sticky. God, you fucking everything up.
it's catastrophic. You understand? So I don't see how that's a laughing matter. I don't see how somebody like Rob Wack would say that P. Diddy is their hero. That's what he said. We're going to hold you to that. Like I said, everything you said on these airwaves can and will be used against you in a court of law. Everything that you say on these
This can of chili beans will be held against you in a court of law.
airwaves is being listened to. You really, really need, you people should learn how to watch your mouth and learn how to speak properly because, well, you're not too bright. You can't just run around rampant and keep acting like y'all are pushing your weight around. You're not a group of people that ever pushed your weight around. You're a group of people who are literally owned. You're a group of people who have been stuck in the same position, like I said, and have educated the public on since the beginning of time in modern day slavery. And the reason I stood up to you is that I knew you all and that culture and that group of people and those individuals were and are the
It's SHURF. URF.
problem. You've been the problem every day. You've been the problem since day one. You do nothing but cause problems and issues in this society. You do nothing but get in the way. You do nothing but hate. You do nothing but basically look hideous. You have nothing to offer, especially women, nothing to promote. You drink and go to jail. It's all you do. And like I said, I think it's time my people start
I walked to the liquor store. I walked to 7-Eleven to get here to snipe your ass. I hustled to get back here.
standing up to everybody, especially them. 100%. Look at what they doing to my people up in these different cities. I don't know if it's Chicago. I've seen crazy videos,
What's up, Dutchie? Good morning.
crazy things happening.
We still at it. It's been a fucking day. It's been 2 days, dude.
And, to me, it really ain't that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I come from those environments. So, like, that's everyday stuff. I've seen all
Dutchie, okay, you're probably you just waking up. Let me catch you up on some shit that happened earlier, not too long ago, a couple hours ago. Joey took us to a storyline when he was in school, in middle school, where there was a 12-year-old woman older than him, took him into a bathroom and did you know what with him. And then his dad took him to a Shoney's and they found a waitress that liked the looks of his child and took him into a bathroom, and his dad sat there and watched. Wow, the Shoney's waitress took advantage of Joey's father's child. Dude, this happened today. This happened.
sorts of stuff in front of me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, you just got to know where you at. You got to understand the environment and you got to be smart and try to be as smart as you can. And you got to pay attention to people around you, bro. It just is what it is. And sometimes you got to run. I don't care who you are. I don't care how tough you are. Sometimes it's the first thing they teach you in martial arts. First thing Big Trouble taught me when he taught me in that shelter in Dallas in the bridge, he taught me 52 blocks. He said, the first rule of thumb is if you got to run, run. That's what he told me. You know what I mean? And Big Trouble was
Yeah, if you got to run, run. When you get raped in the bathroom of Shoney's when your dad is watching. Wow.
huge dude, strong as hell. And this is the thing, man. These narcs, they want to come up against giants. They're trying to take down giants. And it's like, it's all corny to me because none of you are doing anything on a level, even playing field. The devil has had an advantage this entire time. You all had a head start. You've been spoiled rotten. You're entitled. You had all the money. You had all these funds. You had all this support system. You had every opportunity. So like I said, how could anyone in this world, how dare you ever try to talk down on me when I got it out the mud. And I did it all legally the right way. You understand? I make all my money the right way, following the law. So it's like, I mean, I don't care about Diddy. I don't care about celebs. And like all those other celebrities, they got theirs. Why would he be any different? There's some of them serving 20 years in prison because they were connected to the Epstein case. They're bringing it up while they're talking and while they're having this trial publicly. So while people are discussing it, they're discussing that as well, how these folks are in prison for 20 years and things can happen after the fact. I mean, like I said, the dude has gotten away with serious crimes that I'm pretty positive he's guilty of. Okay, so I mean, that's the thing. I mean, if Trump is going to sit here and pardon people and pardon everybody, and y'all are just going to have this same corrupt Freemason party, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say it clear out, and we're not going to sugarcoat anything. I mean, the fact is that, like I said, you're licensing and creating Batman more and more the more you do this. And the only person in the world who would have the power to come up against an illegal organization, and I already shut down the whole Masons and all of Freemasonry, the only person who has the
Fucking lobster.
courage and has the ability, and God, will grant the funds, obviously, to do God's will and to come up against these folks. The only person who has the power to stand up to all of Freemasonry is Batman. You understand? So like I'm just sitting back, just watching, paying attention, keeping an eye on it. And it doesn't concern me. I just, I already know what it is. I just don't like evil. I especially don't like seeing evil people just get away with stuff. And I don't think anybody righteous does. I mean, the fact is they're not going to get away with this. I don't care what y'all say and do. We don't care about your system. Your system doesn't control anything in this country. Any courtroom can say whatever. Courtrooms serve injustice. We're not listening to the courtroom. We don't care what you have to say. That's the reality. This is what happens when you have a country that, you know exactly how they operate and they want to act like they're in charge of everyone and they run something. These folks run their mouth. You all come in and
What was it, about a year ago when Joey was at the church group when he had his cornbread and beans and they fucking were mixing it and he was bitching about it? Fucking don't touch my fucking beans with the cornbread and the honey and shit like that. Good times.
embezzlement, you steal millions of dollars. Everything is fake. It's every man for himself. I've seen how all y'all move, and all y'all are career crooks and criminals, especially in the government. There's not one politician who's not a complete crook. Okay. So what do you mean? Like I said, why would you send people to try to slander my name
Halfwit in the
thinking that would
house.
work? But yet y'all's rap sheet is public. Everything you do is correlated and quantified, like they said in Batman. I mean, we can see and hear everything going on. We know who's evil. You know, we know Suge Knight wasn't exactly the best guy. I mean, he's been getting his karma. I mean, look at everything he's been through. I mean, he got his karma. I mean, look what he did to his own homeboy as a coward because he ran away from someone. So Suge Knight was supposed to be tough, y'all said, but he was running away on foot from somebody, and look what he did to his own homeboy in the process of him running like a coward. I'm just saying, y'all are not making much sense. I mean, let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck and a thou. The dude fainted in court when he was read his charges and stuff. Like, I'm just saying, I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, are we ever going to give credit where credit's due? I understand being nervous, anxious, anxiety. It can happen to anybody, but I'm just saying, I mean, I've never been.
Does anybody know that Suge Knight actually fucking made camp to play with the Los Angeles Rams, but no, he was cut, but we knew what happened to him.
And in that position, I never fainted. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. We've been through way more serious and real things than any of these YouTubers, any of these fake celebrities, any of these people. That's why I don't respect anyone on social media, because I know that they haven't been through an ounce of what I've been through. I've been through more than any man or woman on this planet, literally, and I'm the Messiah. So, I've literally had to resurrect. I went through a rebirth.
Cheese chunks, Skip. Cheese chunks. If you ever had cheese curds, like from Wisconsin or Minnesota area and shit like that, they have fucking fresh cheese curds. It's like crack, dude. You can fucking just smoke that shit. Fucking
resurrected in front of the entire world, and that's what all this is about for me. I'm God's chosen one. I'm the only one, and I'm God's son. So, like I said, the rest of these folks and human beings, I mean,
no, Trollmonger, I'm not a Chargers fan. Never has, never will be. I will fucking kill you where you fucking type right now. I'm a diehard Vikings fan. I was born in Minnesota, raised South Chicago, hate the Bears, and I've lived in Southern California, San Diego for 36 years.
I mean, I care about everyone. I got love for humanity, but you're all irrelevant. You need to just move, get out my way, and it is what it is. So I'm just saying, if it's like a chessboard, if the government and these fake presidents and politicians who are all owned in somebody's pocket, which is mainly the devil, and he's using all his puppets
Expired onion and hardened cheese.
to continue to do all this evil and try to get away with it. I also question what happened with that girl who had accused Diddy and Jay-Z of what she claimed happened, and how all of a sudden it was taken back. That seems weird, because you know that these people use the same kind of intimidation tactics towards possible witnesses in the future. So again, why are these situations not being judged with actual legality? These courtrooms are not serving justice. I mean, why are you just
I want to know you what, dog? Know what, dog? I want to know what, dog?
dismissing charges? Why were they brought up in the first place if they weren't concrete? If there wasn't enough proof to actually prove it within a court of law, why were they ever issued or an accusation in the first place? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Okay. Do you want to get into this shit right now? How dare you hate the Bears? I have forsaken the NFL, but there's to be a team to succeed. It should be goddamn well to be Chicago motherfucking Bears. I will fucking. There's a standard in the NFC Central, the NFC North.
They're saying he
You know what? I might fucking boot you right now.
has a million civil suits.
No, I got standards, DZ.
Suits have nothing to do with the fact that the man should be brought to justice for the horrible atrocities and crimes that he committed against millions of people. I'm talking about tons of men, women. The man is downright vile and disgusting in any interview he does. He really thinks that he has all supreme power and can do whatever he wants. And the reason being is not because of anything he's accomplished, it's because of the elites, and that they told him.
Okay. All right. I got decisions I need to make right now. I'm going to have to check with Susan and Carol.
He can get away with whatever he wants, and someone thinks that they own the courtrooms. And I got news for you. There's people out here who can figure out and find out everything about you and find out who you are. And they can legally go about, the right way, but making sure that they stop y'all from trying to, change decisions within courtrooms or have this power behind the scenes.
Fuck the Ravens. You're never going to win a Super Bowl.
With the courtrooms, there's a way to investigate and look
another one
into everything and everyone. Nobody's above reproach. Somebody thinks that they pull strings in this court system, and I know it's the Masons. These are the people who have these red robe meetings. These are the ones who do all
Hail Sartan.
All these satanic procedures and satanic rituals. Okay. The Hoover Dam, I just found out, was built according to astrological alignment. Okay. What that has to do is it's like a gateway and portal to hell. It's the same thing. It's all about them worshiping the devil. These Masons have listened to the devil. They have some kind of esoteric knowledge, and clearly they've been in communication with Satan himself, and he has his plan, but God has his plan. And this is what people forget. And that's the real conflict and the real, fair that I've been involved in my whole life, and I've been on the front lines of, and I've been winning. And I'm an angel of righteousness. I'm the angel of what. Not everything is pretty here. Being good is not pretty all the time, because you got to come up against evil, So my purpose is pretty clear. It's very clear what I was made for, what my purpose is here on this planet. And I'm going to continue to do God's will. You understand? So, I mean, it just is what it is, because, angels have to come up against evil people. And we live in a world, like I said, where they say we come up against principalities and, spiritual concepts. And it really is true, because the principalities are the fake powers that be. What we need to do is we need to basically get these powers to resign. And, the right way, we need to go about doing everything the right way, but we need to get this system completely removed. We need to restructure this entire system, remove the system, and we need to replace it with a new government that's actually going to help the people.
What do you suggest, Joe?
You understand? Well, we need a government that's going to feed the people. We need a government
What's your plan? What's your plan for that new government?
that doesn't want anyone going hungry. We need a go, and this is what the government I'm trying to bring. That I would be
The government that doesn't want anyone to go hungry. Okay.
the leader of. So, these people don't get, what you're witnessing here is literally like Star Wars, because these people, they turn on their own, they do it to their own. There is a new world order and a plan. And I'm going to tell you straight up, everybody in the public needs to watch their surroundings and watch your back, because these people are snakes, and there is a secret government and a secret
Imperial March. Anyone? Dun 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 dun. Dun.
conspiracy going on in this country, and I am living proof of it, because that's what my federal lawsuit entails and ensues. And I've already named some of the people like on this network who are a part of it, and I believe that they're working behind the scenes with Google and YouTube 100%. And that stems to every major corporation, including IBM. And I believe that these companies are making all their money off of child trafficking and drug trafficking and all the other kinds of trafficking. Common sense, right? I don't believe that they make money off their product. I think that corporate America, I'm positive, is a satanic lie, and they're doing all sorts of crimes and corruption, and then they work with these corrupt departments. That's why departments were just caught recently actually doing child trafficking in front of our face. They were loading them into an unmarked van, and somebody caught it and released the video on Facebook. So departments have already been proven publicly in front of everyone that they're doing this. Now, it doesn't mean every department, maybe, but it could. We don't know. So, my whole point is you can't trust no one in this world. The people who were supposed to protect us have failed us, as you see every day. It's a broken system. I don't look at anybody as my friend. I don't trust any of you. I keep everyone at arm's reach and arm's distance, and I make sure that I'm, completely up to date on what's going on around me. And that's what I try to get other people to do. Stay educated, stay on your toes and stay on your P's and Q's, and just understand what country you live in and what time we're in. I mean, we're in a very serious time right now. People want to act like it's playtime. There's no playtime right now. I mean, you can see what's going on. You can see what time we're in. And that's what I'm saying. When you have a public and
Yeah, it's called go to sleep time and shut your mouth time. That's where we're at right now. We're waiting for you to shut your fucking mouth so we can all go to sleep, but we all have fun together. Appreciate y'all.
y'all are still going to work down here, and like I said, nobody wants to support, and I got over 4,000 people sub to me, and not one of them, they just see me struggling and they don't want to give me a dime.
I have 166, 167 fucking followers, and I get more views on your own live streams than you do. And I don't give a shit, but I appreciate all you.
Like, man, y'all deserve what you get. Like, real talk. Like, that's the thing. It makes no sense. Why I'm going out my way to protect y'all and help you, and I'm sitting here standing up for your rights and your civil liberties. The fact is that most of this country, they don't deserve their freedom. 100%. They don't deserve their civil liberties and civil rights, because when someone stands up for them, and this has always been my issue, is people are not grateful at all, and they make no sense. You are all selfish. You deserve what you get. I don't really care what happens in this country. I'm not of this world. I don't really care what happens in this world. Like, I really think that this is a cesspool, and I think that all of you are a joke. And I'm going to say,
anyone that has ever thought about giving this asshole fucking money, you are a cesspool and you are a joke. So let that sink in.
how I feel. You understand? So, when the actual Messiah and the Son of God tells you that, I mean, and I'm not in a good mood with any of you, I mean, that should mean something, right? That holds a lot of weight, and that's a powerful statement. I don't really care, honestly. Like, y'all ain't never cared about me. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it would be one thing if we had a normal world where people made the right decisions and people had a heart and a conscience. And like I said, I do this for the people who do. I do this for the few people who
Sorry,
do
guys.
care, and that the message
Jump in.
actually gets to them and they understand it, but like I said, I mean, for me to receive,
I hate that sometimes StreamYard doesn't fucking update my fucking comment section. I know you guys have had problems with that too, but
almost no support from almost nobody, it's incredible. And I don't care. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing.
no, Sticky, no. That my probationary period, it's my life.
And I'm just saying, like, I ain't doing it for you people, for people who can't even stand up for themselves. You're the problem. It's just like they tell you, people. I hear people say it on this network. If you're doing nothing, you're part of the problem. 100%. You're on the enemy side, and you're the enemy too. And it is what it is. Things are black and white in this world, man. Pick a side, bro. All y'all need to pick a side and understand what's going on. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. The only person who can stand up to this system and all this illegal activity that they're doing, and the Masons and all these folks who sold their soul, and the independent task force that they've hired. I believe they have independent task force that they've used.
Fuck you, Negasonic. Negasonic. I'm going to have some words. We're going to have some words. Got to have some beef. You keep doing this shit, dude. We're going to have another talk.
Towards all these rappers and the people who the rappers sign contracts, right? Because all of them literally do satanic rituals and they make sacrifices. Then they go make songs about it like Cardi B. This is an evil, satanic, cold world. The sooner that people
Yes.
wake up and you start realizing what they're having your youth listen to, that it's
Yes, we make songs, whether it be AI, originals, whatever it may be, we do.
not music, it's pollution. The sooner you realize
It's not pollution, it's comedy.
that they're brainwashing everyone to sell their soul to the devil, and they're selling you a fake pipe dream that, you know, riches and all this is easy to get. Man, it's hard. You got to work your whole life like I did. I worked since I was 16. It ain't easy. And everything comes and goes. You know, you're going to always have financial problems. Y'all want to not be fair about conversation. These folks want to talk about this person had a mortgage. This person had trouble paying this. Right. But when you talk about me, you never
Jay
want to be
Cutler.
fair in the conversation. What is that? You act like I had everything handed to me on a silver platter. I've had to literally struggle and take everything I ever got the right way. I
Dude, I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to fucking go and keep up and fucking think and fucking read and fucking bullshit, you know.
had to work hard, and I had to have a good attitude. I had to go harder than anyone. I got it out the mud. I came from nothing. What is your excuse? That's the thing. There's too many liars in this country, man. Like quite frankly, I honestly think that all y'all should take that to somewhere else. Take it to another country. You're not welcome here. Like you're really not. Not in my country.
Jay Cutler was one of those quarterbacks who you just wanted to punch right in the fucking face. Just
This is America. You understand? And like I said, we're going to continue to stand on business, and anybody who thinks that it's a joke is in for a very rude awakening. I'm not here to play. I don't play games. I don't fear nothing and nobody. I'm here to change things. And at the end of the day, like I said, I mean, I don't really care what a courtroom says because Batman has more power and divine law, and that's over a courtroom. So I could care less what your decisions are. I'm telling you straight up. You don't run things in this planet, God does. So, I mean, this is why I'm the superior to everyone. This is why people don't understand what I'm doing is completely necessary. It was deemed necessary, just like Harvey Dent said, the minute that people let, you know, these kinds of people take over our government and take over these positions and have this cesspool of illegal
okay, Trollmonger. The Bears have been cursed since the Colts Super Bowl game. Okay, I was thinking about the other one. Never mind.
activity. I mean, this P. Diddy dude was having all sorts of crazy, wrong, sick things. He's dressing up as It the Clown and the Joker. It's all demonology. I'm not in the mood for it, man. I'm not going to sit here and play games with y'all. I'm letting you know right now. You can run your mouth. All these YouTubers, they run their mouth. They talk about things that don't concern them and they have no power. I've got power over everyone. I'm telling you right now, bro, the only person who can stand up to all them folks is Batman. And I'm going to be real with you, man. The more I pay attention to it and the more I look
Hell, Sartan Sticky.
into it, they had him dress up as the Joker for a reason, right? Think about that. And you got a real Batman in the world now. So who do you think is technically one of the Jokers in the world right now?
Late night Snipe, nice. Yeah, it's every night. It's every fuck it. It's every fucking night.
P. Diddy. Batman and the Joker, you can say what you want, but they come up against each other, right? And they go head to head. So, I mean, I'm looking at all y'all as the enemy. You're the Joker. It ain't funny. I'm not trying to be cute. I'm being for real. I'm not out here to play. I'm really Batman. So, like I said, that is someone who I've seen who seems like a real Joker, not because he has power, not because he has pull or moves weight or anything like that. Or, I mean, pulls weight. Not that he, in other words, that he has pull.
Yeah, but are the Bills going to get are they going to get one done? Badass quarterback.
It's not anything like that. He has no power. He's powerless. It's just
Fantasy draft is coming up. 2 months.
the elites that he's the puppet for, because that's what that group of people is. And all of your people, you've always been the
No,
puppets. You never were the elites. You were used by the elites. In order to be the elites in the
no,
Illuminati, you have
Sticky,
to be of
no.
British descent, and you can't look like you. It doesn't have anything to do with your people. Your people have been used just like you're in modern day slavery, just like you were since the beginning of time. You've been used since the beginning of time, since day one, by the devil. You're not God's people. You're the devil's people. All of you. And I'm telling you straight up, I could care less how you feel about it. And you can tell this by their actions. You can tell by how they carry themselves, by the way that they hold themselves, by the way that they
Right.
move, by the way that they act. Like I said, the court proceedings at this point are pretty much irrelevant. They're pretty much all irrelevant. It's pretty much deemed irrelevant because, like I said, it's just all a bunch of nonsense and you're just going through the motions. And you're literally using the court system, I've realized and noticed, to just do everything in a monotone voice, feed everybody a bunch of nonsense, pull the wool over people's eyes, and then act like you've reached a court decision. It's not going to work. We do not accept.
See, this was all Sticky's plan to begin with. He was trolling me to begin with to get me to do his evil plan in the Hall of Sartan. The Hall of Sartan, which is now my home.
Accept your decision as straight up, and you do not make the rules in this country. So you have to understand that the power has to come back to the people. And if the people disagree with the courtroom's decision, well, the people can actually override the decision of a courtroom 100%, because a courtroom cannot become a dictator.
Dude, fucking, I'm down. Fuck yeah, I'm down for a fucking Sneedville Fantasy League. Fuck yeah, I'm down. I've been playing in the same league. All right. I've been playing in the same fantasy football league I have now we're going on our 27th year. We have a trophy that we engrave every year, and whoever wins it, we fucking ship it across country. Whoever wins the fucking trophy gets it. We have a box that's embedded in foam that gets the fucking trophy every fucking year. It ain't about the money. It ain't about the money. I mean, granted, the money's fine. It's not a big buy-in. It's $100, big fucking deal. But it's about the fucking bragging rights and the bullshit and the fucking banter. Just what we're doing here. I'm down.
Nobody can become a dictator. This is a democracy, and there's going to be people in this country who are going to stand up, who are smart enough to make sure that it becomes a democracy, because it never has been. You understand? Courtrooms don't decide anything. You understand? People do. That's what people don't understand. Every system is human, and it has flaws because it's human. So again, you have to understand, like, they can say whatever they want. I mean, if Trump wants.
All right. Now we're going to go back to the Bears D. Gary Fensick.
To keep on pardoning these criminals like NBA Youngboy and whoever, if that really happened. NBA Youngboy, what he did is one of the biggest crimes you can possibly commit. How are you going to say that you gave these people every opportunity? You gave them fake record deals. You facilitated their entire lifestyle. You pulled them out of the hood and the ghetto, and you gave them.
You motherfucker, you. I will.
Fake money, whatever, all fake. They don't own anything. They're not rich. They never will be. They're in modern day slavery, but you license them as a puppet to do your evil, and the devil did.
Denny Green, don't fucking do the Denny Green shit, because when he was fucking coaching the fucking Vikings, son of a bitch, don't, God rest in peace, Denny Green. Fucking DC, God damn it.
Yeah. When they pick these people out to communities like Lil Wayne, everything that they do has to be against the community.
Denny Green lived in La Jolla, California. He was local.
That they just pulled them out of. What needs to happen is the communities need to shut down every city as far as for performing. When rappers perform, you need to G-check them and tell them, get back on the plane. It's a no-fly zone. You do not come to our city. Right. Y'all should have been doing that since day one, like I've been talking about for decades. You do not let rappers come.
I'm just catching up, but you guys are fucking flooding me with the fucking chat right now. I'm just trying to catch up.
In your city at all. There's no performances. It's a no-fly zone. That's what needed to happen a long time ago. See what I'm saying? These people are not awake. Y'all want to talk
Devin Hester was the original Controller X.
about, oh, I'm vibing and I'm turn up.
Was it Hester or the dude on the Chiefs?
And all y'all are slow. And you talking about societal slogans that were meant to oppress you. That literally this is the reason why you're struggling. The reason why things are so hard for all of us is because of this government, because of this evil system. Why would you want to use their lingo of phrases they're programming you with and ingraining into your society, literally, periodically, chronologically? What are you talking about? That term crashing out. They just introduced that. Every societal slogan they introduce, y'all start doing whatever. These people so brainwashed, like I said, people like that Ralph Bottles, dude, you make me.
We started playing the league I play in fantasy football, you guys. We started playing on every Tuesday morning. Our league manager had to get the USA Today to grab stats to manually enter because this was pre-internet. That's how long I've been in this fucking league that I'm in right now. Pre-internet. It's amazing.
Laugh, bro, because
we've had some deaths. We've had people come and go, but God damn it, 28 years in the same fantasy football league. Fuck yeah.
Repeat and regurgitate whatever you hear. Like, what do you mean you all support Diddy? You just support whatever because you think that's your own? See, that's how ignorant they are. They don't understand that their own is who did it to them. You did it to yourselves in Africa. Like I said, no, when we got there to that continent, you already had yourself in bondage. So the people made the right decision and they took advantage of you and they used you for what you were worth, right? Because you weren't doing anything and they made money off of you and they were able to pick their crops and do what they needed to do. So what can you complain about? You were already doing it to yourself. You all weren't very smart, just like you are now. What do you mean you support your own, but your own don't support you? I need that explained to me. How you all act like you're tough, but like I said, when push comes to shove, in any issue, you're spineless and have no spine and can't stand up for yourself. Yeah. Your own people are who's doing it to you. LeBron James did it to you. Lil Wayne did it to you. Beyonce did it to you. Jay-Z did it to you. They all sold their soul. They sold out their communities and they sold you out, little homie. So get that right. Don't sit here and complain about my folks and my people and keep pointing the finger ignorantly, like Tariq Nasheed told you when he stole what I taught about Christianity at the time, right? And all that, and that was the only truth.
Sticky, we appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Thank you for the little stream earlier. And yeah, it's been a day, dude. We're all fucking trying to pick up the pace. So this is your event. This is your thing. This is what we are sniping for, is because Sticky. And we are taking what little money Joey has left by the end of the year. If everyone coincides, we can do the mission. The check Joey gets for his birthday will be the last one he receives this year.
It's in Hidden Colors. He stole what I taught and put it in Hidden Colors. That's illegal, bro. That's like fraud, bro. Like, what? You got to cite your sources, first of all, but you didn't ask me permission. And I can prove it in a court of law if I can get YouTube to have to come up off of the channels that they flagged, and I can prove chronologically, listen, this is the show I did. YouTube has it in one of their databases. Because when they take a channel down, they still have to have that information. So if I can get them to come off of it through a court of law when I file the lawsuit on YouTube and Google, then I can prove, look at this show I taught about Christianity being a stolen religion at that time. And he took that and he put that in his documentary. So proof, I would win a settlement and he would probably have to pay me all the proceeds that came from Hidden Colors. You understand? And YouTube can't legally just be deleting stuff like that. That's not how it works. See, that's the thing. They want to have an excuse for everything. These companies are what needs to be investigated. These companies need to not have the ability to do whatever they want. They have rules to follow. You can't delete records of things that can be evidence in court. Y'all are convenient. See? Hold on. See, if it works against us, they'll use it and they'll make an excuse. But if it works against them, they'll try to hide it. It's not how it works. It's not how the world works. You can't do what Diddy's done and not expect to get karma. They're all going to get their karma. I can guarantee you it's common sense. Everybody who's evil gets their karma. I don't know how that's surprising to folks. It doesn't matter whether he gets off with another crime that he's committed or whatever. Either way, at some point, they're all going to get what they deserve and get theirs because God is real. I can guarantee that. They are every day. Really, every day is their karma. These people are not rich. These people are puppets, man. Them people been in modern day slavery since the beginning of time, bro. Stop it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know you're not free. That's why you funny. You wear actual slave chains. You run around here and flaunt and make up nonsense.
Slave chains.
This is why I used to drive my Porsche in the hood and recruit people and try to recruit y'all to put you on to actually help you. I wasn't looking at you the way they do.
So is he saying right there that he drove around the fucking parking lot at Home Depot along the train tracks to pick people up for work?
They really look at you like that. Now, see, I've been the best friend y'all ever had, but y'all want to sit there and treat me some way? Okay, no problem, man. Keep on doing what you do. Keep on getting used. Because it ain't just by folks that look like me. It's from his
Rest
own.
up, stick.
You understand? Like I said, LeBron James sold you out. He's a punk, and he got caught wearing a dress. I don't know what y'all talking about. All of them, every single one of them wore a dress. Steph Curry, his handlers, Obama. All y'all is a bunch of cowards. So that's why when y'all do this fake talking on the internet, I ain't listening to y'all. I ain't take you seriously, man. I just laugh at you. Look at it every day on YouTube. I get on here. I speak publicly. I have a message that's real. You hear it. And I get paid and I make money. These people don't. Not a one of them, bro. Y'all are owned. You've been owned. So I think you should address that fact. And don't address me. I think you should fix that. When are you going to stand up for yourself? You know what I mean? I can't even imagine right now. Can you imagine living off Section 8, talking about you got $1,700 rent and projecting, talking about people had this handed to them when you inherited an entire laundromat business and you let it go down the tubes and they gave you plenty of money and you wasted it? Talking about you got a booger wolf for a wife? What? Can you imagine being stuck in New York with that high rent and you miserable and you an alcoholic, much less you got that problem going? I mean, come on, bro. This is why people are mad at me and so miserable because, I mean, that's your problem, bro. Like, better yourself. Make your circumstances better. Like, it's not my fault, bro, that the biggest highlight for you is going and giving the homeless people a hot dog and then acting like, oh, I'm a good Samaritan. Like, that your biggest, so you're jealous because I bought a bat cycle and I buy bicycles that all cost tons of money and I ride them, but you wanted to ride a scooter. I don't get it. Like, what? You wasn't talking about the scooter. Like, what's wrong with a bicycle? Like, you need some exercise. Look at you, bro. Instead of sitting inside drinking all day. What are you trying to prove, man? You're not tough. What do you mean? You told Rob Wack, you said, yeah, he ain't talking about Buns Dot. You said he ain't built like us. Built like us? Y'all are both cowards. Rob Rack is the biggest joke in the world.
Quack.
That's how everybody looks at him too. Like I said, he's so delusional. He thinks he's doing a comedy skit in a comedy session on YouTube that he don't get paid for. Bro, you just want watch hours, bro, because you want to get monetized. But it's not that simple. Like I told you, and I know you're not monetized still. None of them are. Not that other dude who was running around snitching over here, right? Who he tried to be cool with, and you cool with Groovy Jimmy and all this nonsense. And you see how he treated me on the panel. Like, we ain't never talking to none of them no more. I'm not watching none of your programs. And and I'm gonna make sure that I get all them channels removed from YouTube. Yep, I'm actively trying to take channels down on YouTube, and I'll tell you straight up, 100%, because you got no business being on this network. If you're not going to show me respect when I'm the leader and I'm actually wealthy and I made it, and you're going to try to lie and pretend that you have money when you don't, and pretend you're all successful when you're not, and you want to have fake boxing matches with fake money that these people are probably putting up illegally. It's probably illegal money, right? And you want to do all this for trolls, but you can't do nothing for me and won't donate me $20 even. We're going to make sure we get you off this network now. See, y'all don't get who you messing with. I tried to warn you. I tried to tell you. Like, now I'm going to show you the right way, but I'm going to show you. You understand? Like, people are going to learn real quick, right now, who they dealing with and who they mess with. You understand? No, I move everything, bro. I know what I'm doing. Like, I own you. So the thing is, I'll just get those channels removed from YouTube, right? And then we won't have to worry about what they talking about anymore, because I'm not worried about nothing. They ain't accomplishing nothing. But the point is, we tried to break bread. We tried to be cool. We tried to give you a chance to put you on, and look what they did. They acted fake as hell. And then they were plotting behind my back, and then the truth came out. Well, that Groovy Jimmy Cower was sitting there drinking, and like I said, he's scared to even come down here. He's terrified of the Batman. What? All we did was offer to help. So, like I said, when you want my throne and you want to live my life and you want my shoes, you want my Gucci flats I got on right now too, Jimmy. Like I said, that's you and your people. That's how y'all always got down, man. You're a coward, bro. That's not winning. He's a coward, bro. That's why everything you say hiding, but I say it in front of you to your face. See, that's what your people do. That's how you move. He's a coward, bro. He's a bozo, man. I'm gonna make sure I get all them channels removed. Watch. I'm gonna get them off YouTube. I'm gonna get all those channels off YouTube. I'm gonna get them removed, and we're gonna keep it.
Yeah, neither me or that guy Sham, Sticky, we haven't even been able to keep up with fucking panels he's been on with Jimmy or what, because this is 24/7 right now. Fucking crazy. We need your help, Lobster.
Trucking, and we're going to show these people how to be successful, right in front of their face. Why? Because you wanted to fake it till you make it. You want to make false claims and pretend, oh, I got money. Then the next minute it's, oh, I took a $5,000 loss. Anybody who's taken a $5,000 loss in any aspect, you're a failure. I ain't never done that, ever. I ain't never taken no losses. What? In Vegas, I didn't take a loss. I spent $3,000 in a day on my birthday because it was fun and it was my birthday. See, y'all don't get it. Y'all really, really believe in nonsense. I made those videos, right? Where I knew what I was doing, right? Like, no, I knew it would get views and get your attention. I didn't fail in Vegas. Vegas was a vacation. I knew that I was going to spend all my money. Every time I go to Vegas, I know I'm going to spend all my money. The next time I go to Vegas, I'm not. The next time I go to Vegas, I'm just going to cap it with $5,000-$10,000 limit, and that's it. I don't have a gambling problem. I'm not the penguin. I can stop if I lose that much money and I lose 10 G's. That's it, because I don't need to do it. At that time, I was gambling and literally had to do it to make a living. Feel me? And I did amazing.
I was gambling because I had to make a living. That's usually the wrong choice.
Things too that people had never seen. And I had people watching me and everything, crowds gathering. So I'm like limitless in my life. I've done it all, been everywhere, and I've done it all, bro. Now all it takes is me to be all. The last thing left is just to be Batman everywhere and literally like run everything and be a boss. So like I said, I'm not focused on money. I'm focused on being Batman.
No, I get you, bud. You're all good.
See, I get a kick out of being in the street and getting busy. I get a kick out of coming up against my enemies and these evil people and winning in the street, straight up, head up. I get a kick.
I feel you, dude. I fucking feel you. Up and down, up and down, up and down with the dog. Fucking snipe, dog, snipe, dog, snipe, dog, snipe, dog, snipe, laundry, snipe, dishes, snipe, dog, snipe.
Kick out of being the tough guy. I don't get a kick out of money. I don't really care about that. That's what y'all don't get. Why do you think they say, so you think that your boss is secretly a masked blah, 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 who goes out in the streets at night and blah, blah, blah criminals to a pulp with his bare hands, and your plan is to blackmail this person? Good luck. See, that's the point. Y'all aren't listening. God cultivated me for a reason. This is the meanest, coldest business philosophy you've ever seen. You're not listening. The money don't mean nothing to me. It's kind of like what he said with the Joker. He said, some men can't be negotiated with. He said, some people just want to watch the world what? Now, I'm not that, but there's people like that. Diddy's probably one of them, right? But my whole point is, I don't care about money. Money is a tool and a resource to defeat you people. My only interest is defeating you people. My only interest is what the Joker said. He said, as far as the TV's plan goes, well, what does he say? Because he says, I'll go to China out of dense jurisdiction. He says, and as far as the TV's plan, he said, Batman will find him and make him squeal. He said, I know the squealers when I see one. And
what you going to Vegas? What you going to Vegas for? Where you stand? What part of the fucking planet of Vegas are you gonna fucking be? I fucking love it.
And he points at him. See, that's all I'm worried about. See, I'm gonna be straight up with you and keep it a buck. Batman is just worried about the squealers. That's all. Squeal like a piggy. That's all I'm worried about. I ain't worried about no money.
Pig squeak.
No, I literally squealers. That's all. Squealers. That's all. Squealers. That's all. Squealers. That's all. Squeal like a piggy. That's all I'm worried about. I ain't worried about no money. No. I literally want everyone to squeal. Squeal like a piggy boy. That's all I want. I don't care about money. No. That's not what Batman cares about. Batman don't care about money. Batman makes folks squeal. Squeal like a piggy boy. See what I'm saying? No, you remember y'all called me crazy and all this and that and that. Okay, cool. I'm crazy then. Apparently, because I don't care about money, fool. I'm telling you right now, I care about this street stuff. That's why I put so much diligence and hard work into it. Look, I train every day because it's what I love to do. You know that stuff releases endorphins and everything, obviously. Makes me feel great. I've been feeling great lately. I haven't even been tired lately like I am right now because it's late. But other than that, I've been good, man. I've been feeling pretty good.
Motherfucker, it is 3:00 in the morning in Brownsville, Texas right now.
Good, bro. Overall. So, end of the day, let people tell themselves what they want. I don't really care, bro. All I know is if y'all keep pardoning these criminals, I think it's common sense that if you have actual people acting like they're the Joker and these people want to act like it's real and they want to pretend they're the Joker when we know they're not, right? And to some degree and level, they're doing a bunch of Joker antics and stuff, but it's because they're licensed by Freemasonry. What's to say the Joker wasn't? Obviously he was. So my point is, if you have real Jokers you're cultivating and creating like P. Diddy and like some of these individuals, guess who has to come up against him? Batman. This is the days I've been waiting for, the days of our lives, right? This is the days I've been waiting for all my life. I've been waiting forever. I never thought I'd get the opportunity to come up against P. Diddy and all these type of people. See, I'm your worst nightmare. You don't get it. See, all that stuff, and that's why these folks was in the chats talking. You see how every time they talk, God makes you eat your words?
You do not have a chat. It is disabled.
Talking about P. Diddy, Jay-Z saying these fake things about fake contracts they signed, right? Because you know what I'm here to do. You know who I'm here to shut down. You know who I'm here and who I'm walking karma for, right? I'm going to be coming up against P. Diddy and Jay-Z, I can guarantee you. But like for real. And I'm going to shut down everything they're doing. Watch. Easily. It's not even going to be difficult for me, bro. I'm everyone's biggest problem now. That's what y'all don't get. And the craziest part is I'm gonna get paid, right? Because right now I created this whole situation where basically I end up paying myself, right? So like that's the truth is that how do I put it? I mean, I get paid
Yeah, DZ, that's my biggest thing. Pills. Fucking people pumping you with the pills to make you feel like shit. Fucking, yeah.
because of this through this.
If you need pills and they make you feel better, anyone out there as a person, God bless you. But yeah, the fucking pills, fucking pill commercials. Reading pill, fucking gonna make you feel like shit. Gonna kill myself. Gonna hang myself. Gonna fucking break out with fucking. You guys know, you see it.
This to do what I do as Batman. So I mean, you could tell yourself what you want, but the fact is, I'm going to get paid to shut down anything that Diddy's doing, that Jay-Z's doing. I'm going to get paid regardless, not by no people, right? But there may be agencies that hire me. I have no idea. I think that I'm about to get an offer on the table that's real, and they're going to offer me some real money to work with. But my whole point is, that's the thing. That's why these
Not
people
gonna
they
happen.
have to see the vision. I mean, you got to be crazy to not see it. I'd be looking at my own videos. I'm like, bro, I could work CIA, Feds, any organization, FBI. I could work for anybody and I could literally be like my own division of special ops, and like that's what you would do. You would build. The super soldier is already built.
You want me to say it loud, Cola? I'll say it loud. I drink a shitload of fucking beer, and coming up this August, I haven't had a cold in 10 years. Then I'll take shit. There, I said it.
God built me, right? But you develop these suits that could be from the military, whatever. Even if it was a military operation, they could sign me, hire me anytime they want. They could offer me and recruit me and say, "We're giving you a real signing bonus, though, of like $1 million or whatever, 8 million, right?" And say, "This is your budget to work with, okay? And we're going to create the suits for you. Whatever you need, you tell us. You tell us how you want to do it, but we're going to send you out on these special operations." What if they do that? What if they say you're the only guy who we think can do this, and we need you to actually go in and stop these fools from the illegal activity they're doing? Be a hell of a job, right? I mean, that's what we really need in this country. That's what we need. The military doesn't get it done. Let's get real. The Marines don't. The Navy SEALs don't. No, they don't. Y'all are liars. Like I said, y'all ain't never won a conflict ever. We didn't even win in Vietnam. Get real with yourself, boy. So, like I said, the truth, right, is that no, they need like a special ops division with specifically Batman. And then if I needed help or sidekicks, I would just tell them and they would provide me a sidekick. You know what I mean? But that's the
Lobster listening ahead. Special ops. Heard that before I did.
whole point. You literally need that, not just in this country, but all over the world. All these missions and stuff that they send people on, Afghanistan, Iraq, all these other countries, I don't care if it's Australia, they could be deploying me, right, safely the way I want to get there, but to all these different locations. Okay. I'm going to tell you one thing. Imagine this concept, and it's just an idea, but it's the truth. Imagine if you had that like a military component, like a special ops division, but it was with Batman. So, all these things are going on, and you got a Batman that
Fuck my ass. He's still going. What did I get into? All right, we've been here for an hour. He's still going, guys.
shows up and is so highly trained. He's like an elite soldier on a whole nother level, and he's able to take on entire militias, armies, whoever, and win. Can you imagine that? That's what I'm building here. I'm cultivating something that literally I'm a reincarnated game master. So I'm cultivating the source. This is what you do. You plant seeds. See, y'all want to plant seeds of doubt. I plant seeds that grow up into huge, redwood conifer trees with pine cones and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm being metaphoric and, making a joke. But my point is, that's the truth. My trees grow branches and then they, start, having little money leaves. It ain't about money.
He's got pine cones coming out of his ass with fucking money leaves on them. Is that what he said?
It's about the fact that what I've built here is on a whole nother level. They can't ignore it because I'm breaking world records in my sleep. I'm already stronger than every human being, and I look like a normal guy. I mean, I'm pretty ripped and I'm big, but whatever. But I look in amazing shape. But I mean, I'm ripped as hell. But come on, bro, I look like a normal dude. So when you take a dude like that, and he's a super soldier, and knows how to operate as Batman, like I said, you think the military can't develop and have the technology to have the grappling thing to be able to attach to buildings and have like a whatever the
Batman takes the boat to Afghanistan.
the thing attached to me like a cable to my waist to where I can fly up and move around and do all that. Dude, there's agencies and commissions that have that type of stuff. They could definitely help develop that stuff for me. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, all it takes is one of these agencies and groups to get smart and say, you know what? All they got to do is come across the video. I know Air Force has already seen my videos. There's different divisions and departments. I know Special Ops has seen my videos because I gave one of the Special Ops guy my channel. So, I mean, that's what needs to happen. They need to just open up a whole independent division, right? Or whatever. Or I don't really like working with others, but I mean, if some points I would have to, I'd probably have a team that they give me, right? But that's what should happen. That's what I really want. I want to like run like a whole department, like a division of a department or agency, but I want to have guys that work for me and listen to me. But I have to be the leader because I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And like I'll listen to whatever the assignments are or whatever, but like I'm just saying what I've cultivated here can be utilized in anything. Everything I do is to create talents that and products that can be used and applied to everything, just like 52 blocks can be used MMA, UFC, boxing. I'm a genius. No, what I've developed here, this skill being Batman, is that this is a million, billion, this is $1 trillion skill. That's what y'all don't get. Yeah, see, I didn't have to go to trade school. That's for failures and be broke forever and be a bum, right? Working for other people. It's pathetic. No, I'm Batman, bro. Like, literally, bro. They might actually offer that. They might say, we'll give you your own special ops division. We'll give you assignments, whatever. And I would just pay attention because, like I said, I just don't trust nobody and I don't trust this government. And I would make sure that they're not trying to snake me behind my back. That's what I would pay attention to. I would make sure that they can't by opening my mouth and explaining this is how I'm going to do things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be in full control and I want to know what I'm walking into, every part of it. So, I mean, they have infrared technology. They have technology sonar, just like in the movie. You know what I mean? They got technology where you can, they're able to see what's going on anywhere that I would be sent. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. I would want to know every detail of what's going on. That way I'm not being set up from the inside somehow, because that's 100% what happens in this country. That's why every movie is about that, about the CIA turning on you and government turning on you, even if you work for them. Come on, dog.
Speaking of the CIA, we're going to give a shout out to the Order of Action. Even though the red triangles know this is our week to lay the pressure, but the Order of Action is still watching.
Y'all ain't fooling nobody, homie. So my whole point, there's a lot of opportunities that could arise from this, but I'm just saying that would be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? Like, I still have my rule, my golden rule I'll never break. So don't get it twisted. I'm not going to be moving like the military does. See, that's the thing. Y'all gotta deal with a lot of weird stuff, and like my whole point is just y'all don't have the right mentality. Like, you understand, bro, you have to keep your conscience clear in this world. Okay. When you do the things that you people do, that stuff stains your soul, just so you know. Batman's number one rule is I love life and I want everybody to be good and living and healthy and well. Everyone, even the enemy. I don't wish anyone bad. You understand? Batman is all hands. That's it. Always. And that's the point of Batman. And it would make for a better division, because if you have a special ops division that just, there could be little gadgets and tools that Batman uses, right? But it's just all hands. That way, everybody's still, good. You know what I mean? Even if you win, you just, it's just like running a fade. You win with your hands and you walk away. You know what I'm saying? And you still make sure that everybody's okay. And that's the point of Batman. So I have a golden rule I will never break. I refuse to. You know what I mean? So it's like,
don't be for shitting candy.
That's what you really need. See, if this country was doing things right and they cared, they would have a special ops division like that with a Batman that just is just his hands. You see what I'm saying? That's the point. It's a concept and this idea. Y'all don't understand it. If you have a Batman in a suit that's strong enough, that Batman could walk through walls. That's the point I'm trying to get, where I can build these suits where I'm literally able to walk through brick walls. That's what y'all don't get. I don't have any limits. You understand? Where you can get someone, you can train, you all can't do it because you're not built like me, but I can train to get to the point where I'm limitless, like I'm doing and like I'm already at. I can train to get to the point where I can walk through walls. I believe it 100%. I can pretty much do anything I set my mind to. So all this nonsense, chitter chatter people talking about, that's all cute, but that's the point. This Batman stuff is about becoming the legend that I am. It's about becoming something that the world's not used to and never seen before. It's about becoming superhuman and being able to have strength levels that are beyond human comprehension, as well as speed, precision, everything. I'm just saying, bro, you have any kind of conflict anywhere, anything going on, if you have people doing illegal activity on a major scale and they work for corrupt organizations and they're stationed somewhere, I'm just saying, honestly, the smartest thing you could do is have like a special ops division with an actual Batman that just comes in at night and you have no idea he's there and how quick he is and where he's coming from.
Yes, Koa. Candy and Tyree will be a union. This is going to happen. We're going to make this happen.
He's attaching to the ceiling and flying up and doing whatever he wants with you. And you know what I'm
Attached
saying? It's
to
the
the
point that
ceiling.
you can literally stop these criminal groups, these groups that do acts of domestic, you can stop all of them with a Batman, just one man. If the man is strong enough and he's trained correctly, and like I said, and there'll be things that maybe happen, I'm sure, and you have to learn from them. That's what people don't get. I carry my scars, my pain, my suffering with me. Like, it's not like it's all sunshine and rainbow. Nah, I put my life on the line to do what I do, and I always will, because it's what I want to do. You understand? Some people built different, man. I'm not living in fear like y'all. I'm not afraid of any day being my last day. I'm really not. You know why? Because I already did that. I already did it. Straight up, I already died. That's what happened when y'all called Seton Hospital. I'm a smart one. Yeah. With the truck thing, look at what happened. It's happened several times in front of your face, and y'all are too slow to catch it. You understand? I just keep coming back because I refuse to expire. See the point? When you got someone like me like that, and you got a walking immortal vampire that, I was in a Crown Vic. It flipped 5-6 times because they had these people, my ex-girlfriend, poking holes in my tires. She was sending people to poke holes in my tires because I was being targeted, and that was all from the military, just like they were putting stuff in my food, and I got a government pathogen for the rest of my life now because they set me up, right? And I folded, they set up. I've been doing this my entire life. You understand? So it's like, I didn't ask for this. These people came into my life. They all came at me. This was something came my direction, and then you just made Batman because I refused to expire and I kept surviving the impossible. I survived that pathogen. I survived everything. I'll have it for the rest of my life. It's untraceable, uncurable. They can't even see it or detect it. They cannot detect it. It's designed for what fair. So I'm a product of what? Exactly that. So like I said, we just different, man. We built on a different level, and I'm just saying, the only man who can
Patient zero. That's what Joey is. Patient zero.
strike fear and actual criminals and maniacal, disgusting, narcissistic people like P. Diddy, I'm sure regular people do too if they wanted to, right? If they actually got into it. But it seems like all y'all want to just suck up and kiss up. And I don't understand that because the dude is
I got 52 minutes left in me, Joey, before I'm fucking got to shut her down. You better hurry the fuck up, you fucking monkey.
coward. He's a greaseball. Ain't nothing special about him. He ain't tough.
Should we go $1.50? Let's go $1.50. Fuck it.
You see what I'm saying? But that's the thing. All y'all shake hands and bow down just like 50 Cent did to him and everybody. It's the same thing, man. You all sold your soul, you're a joke. So my whole point is the only man who can strike fear in folks like that, for real, on a different level, is Batman.
What did I sign up for?
Because I'm not owned and I'm incorruptible. You understand? You think that they haven't offered me offers and things? Man, they tried to recruit me during spring break, like I told you, the Masons. What? I literally infiltrated the whole organization and figured it all out. That's how I was able to put them out of business. That was at the same time I put Empower Network out of business. So I've been doing this the entire time, and you folks don't even know. I had over $250,000 in the bank. I even joined Empower Network. I'm a master of infiltration without trying. I don't do these things intentionally on purpose. It's just kind of...
Guys, I mean, he's not sleeping anymore. He's not. We're here 24 hours a day, basically, right now. It's 1:00 in the morning here in California. It's fucking 2, 3, 4 o'clock on the East Coast, and he's still going. It's 3:00 in the morning his time. He's still fucking going. Rich Baritone picked up the pace this morning, picked up his morning stream. He does not sleep anymore. This is insane.
What happens? It was just, my life path. Yeah, I put them out of business. And I'm going to continue to put illegal organizations out of business because, like I said, I mean, they just somehow, I have a sign on my forehead that says mess with me, I guess. I don't know. And they think I'm something to mess with, and then they all find out the hard way that I'm not.
Much.
And they lose, and I put them out of business. So I'm just saying, you want a special ops division that actually gets the job done? That's what you should have, a Batman. Can you imagine? With military-grade technology and able to request what I want and have a utility belt with different actual components, just like the movie? That's what I need. I'm just being honest. I've done it all by myself this long. Why do you think I created and built this? This wasn't to just be local and be here and just keep doing it. I mean, it's great training. I can do it. This is all training, but it's training because I know that at some point God is going to give me the opportunity or an offer or have me get blessings to build it all myself to where I'm on a different level with this. I have to have access to technology I don't even understand yet. That does cost, thousands, millions of dollars. I mean, you know what I mean? You got to understand, you got to remember, let's get realistic. Batman had capsules of gas in his utility belt. Real talk. He had those little batarangs, the real thing.
Capsules of gas.
He had all those things. I'm just saying, I mean, no matter what anyone likes it, this is all real. I'm not acting. So all these components at some point when we get the money in the budget or if I'm recruited by the military or whoever to do this, I don't really care who it's for, as long as I'm being treated right and they pay me right. I don't care. I was targeted by people who had military connections. I don't care. I'll still accept the offer if the money's right. You understand? I already forgave everyone. That's just how I have to be. I have to be the stronger person. So my deal is I don't hold on to grudges, bro. So my whole thing is it has to be all real. It has to be realistic. So like I said, I mean, you're gonna have to have, I mean, some kind of ability and connections and budget and money, and you're gonna have to know like
All right,
how to get these different components. That utility belt, the
all right, I'm gonna let it roll. I need to grab a fucking snack and a piss.
one I want to build at some point, has to have everything in it, because that's what you need. You need those little things that create the smoke and stuff when he says, objectality and deception, or logicality and deception, whatever the hell he's saying, right? Can't understand Bane. He talks weird. But, that's my whole point. Like, you got to have all that, bro. Those are all components of real things that you need. I mean, you're talking about going into things. Everything is like a walking, like it's like a whole operation. Everything you're doing, you're talking about going into buildings that you don't know where the exit is. Possibly that's why you have to scale and know where the exit is in every building, what's going on, where this person's coming from. I mean, you gotta understand when there's these big, like, scenarios going on in the country and they make the news. My plan is to have a Batman that shows up, me, right, and shows up and is able to save people and save their lives and stop the assailant and the person who's doing all the evil. And the thing is, you never get a response from anyone or agencies or anything like that that's in time, and we end up taking actual losses and suffering losses because of this. So if you have a Batman who responds quicker, or even doesn't have to respond quicker, but goes in there anyway, right in front of them, and actually helps, yeah, that would, like I said, I mean, people would frown upon it. They wouldn't like it. Of course, it would make the headlines. The first thing they would say is, "Oh well, he's blah blah blah. He's interfering." But this is all hypothetical. I'm just saying, But hey, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, people's lives matter more than people being upset or some whatever. I mean, they really do. They matter more than sentencing. They matter more than charges. They matter more than your corrupt system. People's lives is what matters. This is what people forget. Some people don't care about your system. Some people really believe, like me, that human lives matter more than anything you talk about in your little fake punishments. That's the point. We're here for us. I'm here to help human beings. I'm here to take care of people. I'm here to protect people. I'm not here for you. Y'all are a joke. You're corrupt. That's all I'm saying, man. People want to try to cover it up. I mean, I can see it all over y'all's faces, bro. I can see it in your smirks. I can see it in the way y'all hold yourself. You're not good people. You're not. You know what I mean? But shout out to the ones who are, man. You know what I mean? Because I don't know who's who. I mean, shout out to the people who are actually good people. If you listen and you're a fan, I appreciate you.
Did I miss anything?
Don't take anything I'm saying personally, man. If you're a good person, you know where your heart's at. God knows where your heart's at. We all good. Like I said, I want everyone to talk to me, joke with me. As long as you approach me with respect and you cool, that's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want anybody approaching me on no weirdo stuff. That's it. Just be respectful. You know what I mean? But like I said, I mean, that's what we really need, bro. Like, I'm being real, man. And I'm just saying, I just know it would make the headlines real quick because it would be on the TV already, and then they'd be like, "Well, apparently there's a Batman that just literally he's on the roof." And see, it's just like the movie. That's the thing. Like, you would literally have them because they're so weird and they don't do anything to help people. I mean, it's the truth. The system is designed against us. I just saw a lady. She was losing it because her husband's GPS was popping up in a river. So she was losing it, and then she got herself in trouble or whatever and went to jail because she was freaking out and she did something that she shouldn't have done. But she was upset because she was trying to actually have them help. They don't help. I'm just saying, you got to get real with yourself. Like, I don't care who takes it one way. They don't help. They've never helped. They don't do anything. Like, you think that when Batman's doing these missions and showing up to places,
a woman went to jail because the GPS become up because her husband drove into a Lady Bird Lake
and saving people and doing the right thing, do you think that those folks are always going to be happy about it? If they're good people and they have a heart and a conscience, yeah, but most people are so stuck in the matrix and they're so about this, oh, it's my job and I'm doing my job. You're not doing your job. If you were doing your job, you'd be helping and protecting and serving the community. You're a public servant. You see the point? Most of you don't do your job. That's the point. So again, it comes back to the fact of reality that has to be said. I could care less who likes it. I don't care if you think I have a prickly demeanor or whatever. I'm going to tell you the truth to your face. Y'all are some fools. So do you think all of them are going to like it? No, they're not going to like it. They'd complain the first minute they get it, make the news, oh, Batman interfered and you know what I mean? And blah, blah, blah. And Batman's, he's a criminal and blah, blah, blah. And this and that. Who cares? I'm just telling you the truth. Who cares, bro? At the end of the day, the truth would be, and then the public would chime in and say, well, he just saved everybody's life and y'all did nothing. And then what's going to happen in a scenario like, and this is all hypothetical again, mind you, but I'm just saying, if it ever went down and happened like that, the public is going to side with me and they're going to say, no, that Batman's a good dude and he did the right thing. And that's where you get the humanity of it, where it's like, who cares about your system when your system is trying to be robotic and animatronic, and you all don't have a heart and a conscience. I don't care about people who don't have a heart and a conscience, bro. I'm here to save human beings and save lives. I don't care about this system. I don't care about your little fake world or your fake society. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm telling you straight up, I'll do it right in front of your face too. That's what people start to learn about me. Like, I think people like in the valley have realized that too already. Like, this dude really don't care. I do it right in front of people. Everything I do, like, I'll do it right. I'm just being honest. I do it right in front of y'all, right in front of your face, because everything I'm doing is righteous. I don't care about you. Nobody scares me. Ain't nobody.
All right, gang. He has finally ended. We got 17 minutes left in this fucking horse shit of fucking day. Oh, all right. Let's do this. We're in it. We're in it for the long run. Let's go.
Going to do nothing. They can't tell me nothing. I mean, even if they did, I wouldn't care. I'd go on and keep doing what I'm doing and being about my business and running my business. I'm going to do what I want. That's the thing. Like, I'm uncontrollable. I'm not scared, bro, of nobody. You understand? I don't care what you talking about. Y'all is on some fake stuff. So like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, the public would take my side and I would be doing the right thing. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like the movie when they're like, he's flying over rooftops, and they're actually pursuing the Batman, right? Several times in almost every movie. And I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of my life was like that. I always had him in my rearview mirror and stuff. My dad even would make fun of me and joke about it with me. When I pulled my truck out and they were on bikes and they were riding my way, he was like, he told me, he was like, I thought, he was like, oh, here we go again, but they were actually just riding, to go that direction. It wasn't anything going on, but he was just joking about it. And, it's almost like he knew.
Joey, it's documented. I'm sorry. I'm chewing popcorners, spicy queso. It's documented tonight that your father took you to Shoney's and a waitress said that you looked nice. And you said that you went into a bathroom with the waitress, with your father, and she touched your you know what, and his father watched that. You said that tonight. We have that documented.
Knew I was Batman already. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just got to understand, man, like, this is a real thing, bro. Like, like, there's a reason why these movies depict things the way they are. Like, I know that they're not going to all, I'm glad that folks are happy here, but when I go to these major cities and to different states across the nation and maybe other countries like Dubai, do you think all of those people, as corrupt as they are across this country and as sick and disgusting as a lot of them are, like, Miami's totally corrupt. Okay. They were the ones that stayed at that hotel. Where they banned me from it and all that nonsense, right? Because I had money and they was hating, and all I was saying was, you need to respect me, because they were being mad disrespectful, right? So for no reason too, because they was just jealous. Because that's the thing, you walk in there, you got money like that, and down here they're just like, oh, you're white and you got money, and they start hating. They all jealous. They sad down here, bro. They a joke. So that's my whole point. Like, somehow they think that white people are not supposed to be rich and make it, but yet all of us did, and we literally run this country and world. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I don't know what twilight zone they're living in, because it doesn't exist. That's why I laugh at people in the valley right in your face, and you do nothing about it because you're delusional. You're funny as hell, bro. That's not the way this world works. You're talking to Tyree Sneed, bro. I run this world. That was funny. So my whole concept is, like I said, you got to have a real Batman, and he's going to be able to, get the job done. That's what I'm saying. Just like in the movie when they're like, he's flying over rooftops and he's in the tumbler and he's talking to Rachel and he's like, trust me. That's literally how it's going to be. What I'm doing is based off faith. Nobody has to agree with what I'm doing. I don't have to open an agency or ask permission from the government to do anything I'm doing. This is literally just the truth. I'm the truth. I always have been. I was put here on this planet to shake things up like God told me. I'm ready for God's will and God's plan. It's going to unfold however it unfolds. Like I said, that's the thing. That's why I know that God is going to have to give me a ton of money, because I'm going to need a huge budget to do all this with. Because you have to have a budget. You got to try to not be IDable. I mean, it's probably going to be unavoidable, right? I'm probably going to get ID'd at some point somehow, because you got all these snitches and they're stalking me on the internet or whatever. And I'm not going to care, because I'm doing everything right and I'm doing God's work and God's will. And I think I'm going to have so much money that I can literally, honestly, I'm being honest with you, I truly believe, and I know everybody's listening, and I'm telling you straight up, I truly believe God is going to give me so much money that it's like impossible, maybe to ID me, but to find me, to know where I'm at any given time. Like, he's going to have me pretty anonymous, bro. Batman's just going to show up, do things, get it done, and move on about his business. And that's how it was depicted in every film and cartoon I ever saw. Batman didn't let anybody stop him. You know what I mean? And literally in some of the cartoons, Batman came up against all those individuals and all the corrupt ones in the same thing. So it's like, Batman doesn't have to be liked. Batman is like an unstoppable force. That's the point. So when people can't give me credit for all I've done, when I've stood up to everybody and I've literally been the real thing, And you can't say, man, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. That dude is Batman in real life. He's not fronting. He's not pretending. I mean, he's really like that strong. Like, I'm barely getting started with my strength training. This is what people don't even get. I'm trying to push the envelope even further. And I had already done 100 dips with that steel armor on, by the way. You know what I mean? So like, I technically already had that world record. So I did 100. Today I did like 92, but I had already done like 100. But like, today's looked more legit. You know, they were more solid, so that's all good. I don't care about that. Like I said, I hold like 8 world records, man. There's probably a lot more in there in the mix that I, didn't keep track of or pay attention. But I'm gonna start paying attention and start naming them as I go here. So it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, I'm just barely getting started with strength training. If I had my way, I'm trying to get to a whole nother level, bro. I want to be able to take on Croc in the sewer and all that. So I mean, that's what I have to get ready for. I have to get myself as strong as possible on another level.
Anyone here in the chat ever came at a point in time in your life where you needed to feel like you needed to prepare to take on Crocs in the sewer?
And you see me doing it with practically nothing and very little resources. And what does that tell you? God is real. There's a lot of knowledge I know that none of you will ever know. Just keep that in mind. So when you talk about money and you want to talk down, well, guess what? Me having less and having less money and all that is what taught me this strength. If I didn't have this period of lack in my life, I would have never learned the knowledge that I have and learned how to do things this way. I would have never become this strong. I'm this strong with literally nothing. You could give me literally nothing, and I could literally still do everything that I do to an extent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I get all the money, I move differently than I ever have.
Crocs in the sewer and the silver spoon, little joy.
And never will, and differently than you people. When I had money before, I would eat and I would eat meals. I didn't pay attention.
Oh shit. What?
Money, I'm grateful for every little thing. Like, I'm going to be getting like stuffed jalapenos. Money, I'm grateful for every. When I get all the money, I move. When I get all the money, I move different. When I get all the money, taught me this strength. If I didn't have this period of lack in my life, I would have never learned the knowledge that I have and learned how to do things this way. I would have never become this strong. I'm this strong with literally nothing. You could give me literally nothing, and I could literally still do everything that I do to an extent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I get all the money, I move differently than I ever have and ever will, and differently than you people. When I had money before, I would eat and I would eat meals. I didn't pay attention to eating because I wasn't appreciating it. Now, when God gives me money, I'm grateful for every little thing. Like, I'm going to be getting like stuffed jalapenos and enjoying every little bit of. I mean, I enjoyed food, but I'm just saying, when I get all the money, I move differently than I ever have and ever will, and differently than you people. When I had money before, I would eat and I would eat meals. I didn't pay attention to eating because I wasn't appreciating it. Now, when God gives me money, I'm grateful for every little thing. Like,
Cayman Islands, fucking some fucking exotic fucking Crocs.
I'm going to be getting like stuffed jalapenos and enjoying every little bit of. I mean, I enjoyed food, but I'm just saying, I don't think quite to the capacity that I do now. I enjoy everything about life more now. God made me eternally grateful for everything, and that's what He said He was going to do. So God's working on me. You feel me? I enjoy everything in life so much more now. He gave me so much happiness, passion. God is truly what satisfies, and love does too. True love, like with Christina. But those are the only things that satisfy, love and God is love. That's why they say that. It's actually true. I found out it's true. So at the end of the day, I mean, let people do what they want. Let people say what they want, just not to me. That's all, because I'm busy. So like I said, I got all this to look forward to, man. God told me to get excited again. Right now, like I said, I absolutely 100% need you all to donate right now. Like I said, I'm figuring out the best I can every day. But I mean,
I need you all to donate right now. I need you all to donate right now. This is your job. This is why you people wake up 9 to 5, is you need to donate right now. You need to donate. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. But if you want, you can. Markers ain't free, dog.
we're getting down to the wire right now. Like, I need help.
Fuck yeah.
I need people to step up. I need people to pay me and donate. You got a Cash App right there, PayPal, Venmo, donate, man. We need money to do all this. I funded it all out of my own pocket this entire time. I've accomplished everything. I'm the real Batman. There's nothing fake about it. It is what it is. And that's why I just don't have respect for any of these people, because not one of them has just shown genuine love and support. Not one of them has said anything positive for real. They all just want to sit there and they're upset because they secretly hate me because of my greatness. And that's what I realized. You understand? It's like people trying to pretend like they see me talk to them and they want to act like I'm Like I'm some struggling dude. Like, come on, bro. You trying to put me in a different order because you know I'm not that. You understand? And those are the people who are stuck, like working fast food. Like, you know what I mean? It's not my fault that you can't excel in life. It's not my
Stuck in California, minimum wage for fast food workers is $20 an hour. So if you graduate high school and you get a job working 40 hours a week, making $20 an hour, you're making 40 grand a year fucking without an education. I mean, it's good money. It's not fucking life-changing money, but it will get you fucking through shit. But my God,
fault that y'all
something, dude.
live in the cheapest neighborhoods in the Brownsville. It's not my fault that, you can barely get by and yeah, you have basic necessities and stuff, but you don't actually own anything. See me, I have all the wealth and everything because I worked my entire life since I was 16. No, the only reason that I struggle here and there is because I have to get all the basic stuff and it's hard to do because I was set up and targeted over and over again because I have a task force that won't let me work here. See the point? Yeah, I have a task force that was independently basically hired and put on me to stop me from living my life or succeeding. You all don't have that, so be grateful. What do you mean? What? They literally lost my last job for me and they lost a couple of them. It's okay. I keep moving and I keep progressing.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. That's why I tell people don't speak on my business because I don't play like that. I don't play games. Stay out my business, go on about yours. I'm from the country. You feel me? I don't let people get up in my business because you don't know me and you don't know what I'm going through or what I'm dealing with at all. And you couldn't fathom because none of y'all could walk in my shoes. Yeah, remember, man, you meet people, you never know who you might be talking to. You never know they might be the most powerful man in the world. And you think that they're whatever, a nobody and they're struggling and they're whatever, a bum. I don't care about that. Think what you want about me. Just understand you don't know anything about me, especially if you think I'm that. I've been the richest man on this planet for a long time, bro. I literally made and spent more than your entire government and anyone who walked this planet. Y'all are funny, bro. Like, I am the money. Trust me on that. So it's like, I mean, how else do you think I talk like this? See, the thing is, the world and people, especially here, they want me when they think I'm struggling, they think I'm down and out, which I'm not ever, especially now because God made me so strong. They want me to, that's all they want from me. They just want me to admit something that's not true. They want me to say, oh, I'm not who I am. I didn't forget who I am because I was set up and targeted and forced to spend tons of money, and basically I was sabotaged so that I had to keep spending money. So I have to keep starting over with the money. That's why I land grab. That's why I get equity. That's why I keep hustling.
Keep starting over with the money.
That's why I keep gaining more. That's why I'm after assets and equity and I already have it all. I'm still going to get more. This is why I know how to do digital real estate. Hold on.
Hold up.
So it's all about making the right moves. So my whole deal is just, I care less what people think about me. I'm not trying to get validation or have anyone see me anyway. I just know reality and there's no way to see me in any other light because I proved it all. See, these people, they can't talk to me funny style or any weird way. That's why they're upset because I've already proven who I am and I proved that y'all were the problem. I proved that all y'all were weak and you were the weakest link. You understand? On that note, that's all I really have to say, man. Like I said, I mean, what I'm building is of catastrophic proportions and it's already making some money on here. I just got to get to the check July 21st through 26th, right when my
This is all I have to say. Dude, you've been fucking talking since 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Rich Baritone did 4.5 hours on you today. That guy did 2.5 hours on you today. I did 4.5 hours on you today earlier. We are already fucking another hour and a half on you today. Shut the fuck up.
My birthday's on July 21st. Right now, if anyone can help me out there, man, please, I just need at least like $20 to $50 at least minimum.
Yeah, Dizzy, you're all good, dude. We got about what do we got? We got 5 minutes left.
And I need to get, different people donating.
We appreciate
if
you.
people will come through and I could get a flood of
Thanks
support
for
like
hanging
God
out,
told me
dude.
would happen, and that could really happen. That's what I need right now, man. Like if I could just get that, I could literally start getting all this going. Like if people would start donating all together, different people, we could get hundreds of dollars together and literally be like fundraising. And we have every right and reason to here. And like literally, if you could raise enough money, like several hundred, give me a couple of $1,000s. I'm telling you, I could get a bus ticket. I could go up north, go on a trip,
Several hundred,
start from scratch somewhere else and try to make it and build. And I already have a plan for how to do it.
Yeah, Dizzy, be wild, dude. Get some sleep.
See? And I could expand the whole Batman thing. I could take at least one of my suits with me. You understand? Like there's different options I can do, bro. So I mean, I don't know what else to tell people, man. So it is what it is. I mean, even if I didn't take the suit, because it might be smarter to not have it with me because there's certain buildings I got to go in and stuff. Even if I didn't take the suit primarily, I could just try to build and act like a normal civilian for a while and take a break from the Batman stuff, and then get back to it. When I get back, or grab the suit and come back. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Like I said, we're gonna keep on pushing regardless. We're gonna keep on doing this, and I don't know what else to tell you, man. You know what I mean? I mean, like, that's my whole thing. That's why I was trying to reach out to
We're
people and
almost
see
there,
if they would help me
guys.
do it.
We're
Because,
almost
like I
there.
said, it's more complicated than y'all think. Like, I have to bring that suit, at least the bulletproof one, wherever I'm going somehow, and I got to have somewhere to
So
put it.
tired, yo.
So that's the issue. So, like I said, all those fools conked out and exposed themselves working with the red triangles, which was the worst mistake
Hell, Sartan. Chat broke on me. Have a good day.
you ever made, and now you're looking at felony charges and you're going to prison, and you indicted everybody out there, right? Because they're all on criminal charges now. They incriminated themselves, and nothing I'm saying is just talking. I have boatloads of evidence to prove all this, right? So at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Other doors have to open, other opportunities. Somebody's going to have to step up and help and say, hey, yo, here's a spot, here's a couch in these different cities and states, and
here's a couch in these different cities and states. Oh my fucking Christ.
I'm going to help people, provide you with what you need. And, here's what you need. And, that's what I need. I need someone to step up and really put some money behind me and say, I'm going to back you. I'm going to help you. And I'm going to get you enough of everything so that you're good. And I'm going to help you get on your feet so you can get a job and you can start, basically from scratch, even though you have everything and everything's already built. That's what I've been trying to do. And it just goes to show me that people ain't worth nothing, because for someone to not be able to do that for me, people ain't real no more. You can't make real friends. People are fake. That's what I'm saying. They all want to be jealous of me and envious and hate on me instead of helping. Like, what kind of world are we in, bro? If people can't work together, bro, ain't nobody going to ever make it. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard enough as it is. I mean, it's impossible if people can't help you. That's what I'm saying. All y'all got the same attitude. It's like down here, all y'all mad and pissed off for no reason. Like, bro, it ain't nobody's fault but y'all's. You understand? I'm doing everything I could possibly do, bro. I've done everything and more. I'm an amazing man, and I'm proud of myself. Nobody could tell me nothing. So like I said, at the end of the day, it's $1 billion market. What I got going on, what I'm building, doing what I'm doing as Batman, it's a big deal, bro. And it's a moneymaker. It's going to bring in a ton of money. Watch. And they already know it. That's why they mad. Like I said, that check's already at like $173 and some change. What you going to do, boy? What you going to do about it? We over here getting paid, making money, stunting on you fools. Like I said, I mean, you're contradicting yourself. One of the trolls wants to talk down, and I put you in your place completely now, right? And you can't do nothing about it, Wico. But yet the ping one wanted to say, oh, he's finally making money. Right. You mad at this money? They know I'm making a lot of money on here. Check after check after check.
I will play you double or nothing right now. One-handed blackjack.
And they can't deal with it. They knew this time would come. I'm the boss, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is the whole operation. The whole thing I run by myself out my own pocket. I'm Batman. That's amazing. You have to make sacrifices to get to that point. You got to go without sometimes. This is part of how you build a business, brother. That's all being part of being an entrepreneur, bro. You're like, no, you have to struggle if you want to really become something and build something great. Anything of value takes sacrifice, man. Don't ever forget that. And the difference between me and you all is I'm willing to pay any price and any cost for a little ounce of success, a little ounce of progression. That's the difference. That's why you see the passion in what I do and my ambition and my charisma. You see, every day I have a passion for what I do. I do what I love.
My charisma.
So I could care less what anybody has to say. You can't say anything to me that's not positive. I know that much because I'm a positive person. My life is nothing but positive and beautiful. And I'm just an amazing person all around. Even Christina said, she just said, you're an amazing human being. And for anyone to not appreciate that, that's their loss. That's the truth.
Did she just say it? She just said it? I think you're making shit up, Joey.
All right. On that note, I'm going to get going, man. I'll talk to y'all later. All right. Stay mad. Oh.
Yeah, fuck you. Before we do shit, before I say goodbye to everyone, we're going to do something else right now. It's called, this is the person you're proud of as a person. This is your offspring. This is mama's pride.
In the dark of night, he's a superhero sight. Skinny Batman in a white beater so bright. He's breaking records with every fake push-up pace. But his real battle's with a curfew and a lonely place.
We did it.
He's stuck outside between the day and night. Can't go home without a fight. Mama's rules are tight. He's gotta abide. So he trains on with a hero's pride.
No shit, Lobster.
He sips from a hose before the neighbors take it away. A makeshift drink for a hero's day. He's got his camera to capture every rep, proving to himself he still got a step. He's stuck outside between the day and night. Can't go home without a fight. Mama's rules are tight, he's gotta abide. So he trains on with a hero's pride. Batman's armor hides his pain. A skinny hero with a heart in vain. He's searching for a way to break the mold and find his place where love's not cold. He's stuck outside between the day and night. Can't go home without a fight. Mama's rules are tight, he's gotta abide. So he trains on with a hero's pride. He's stuck outside between the day and night. Can't go home with you to fight. Mama's rules are tight, he's gotta abide. So he trains on with a hero's pride.
That's all I got for you guys. Thank you. I am toast. I am fucking toast. I'm done. I'm done for the night. I'm done. It's fucking 1:37. I got 20 minutes to fucking relax and lay my head down and do this all over again tomorrow, which is more insane than this fucking fucktard that we are fucking watching today. But thank you all. Appreciate it. It's been a day. That guy, Rich Baritone, thank you all. Sticky, thank you, everyone. In the fact, let's just take it out. Now it's time to go and get gone. I appreciate you, but you got to go and get.
I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.